All right, red-white land destruction. Everybody's favorite thing. There's basically a red-white control deck that plays a bunch of sweepers like Cleansing Nova, Deafening Clarion, and Star of Extinction, and then eventually once it locks up the game by keeping its opponent's creatures in check, we fully lock them out of the game by killing their lands with either Haphazard Bombardment or Crucible of Worlds plus Memorial to War. So this deck tends to be very good against mid-range decks and very reasonable against control decks. It can struggle against aggressive decks that can get under it on occasion, although Revitalize does help a little bit. Do you buy packs for the cards you want? Yep. If you're not playing limited, the only way to get cards on Magic Arena is by buying booster packs. So when the new set comes out, I'm going to craft all of the commons and uncommons from the set using my wild cards, and then I'll just open, you know, probably 200 or 300 packs. Usually about 200 packs is enough to get most of the set. Well, triple Star of Extinction is not what I want in my opener, so let's just mulligan. Seems very reasonable. Deafening Clarion's good against an aggressive deck. Star's good against a mid-range deck. Haphazard Bombardment's very reasonable against most control decks. I'm gonna bottom that seal away. I have Clarion to keep me alive if they're playing an aggressive deck, so I don't really need the seal away. And I definitely want to hit more land drops with this hand. How many days in a row has it been with this deck? We technically didn't play it yesterday, so we took a day off. Before that, I think it was like 4 days in a row, though. Glowspore Shaman likely implies our opponent's playing Gold Garbage. The black-green Undergrowth deck. This runs way smoother than Magic Online. Saying something runs smoother than Magic Online is like saying something smells better than a pile of vomit. It's technically correct, but it's like, doesn't really make sense to say. Bant Defenders or Bant Fog? Neither. They printed a bunch of really sweet instant speed cards. I'm excited to play crappy flash decks with the new format. Yeah, the traditional game mode for Magic Arena is what they call best of 3. I basically only play best of 3. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. This map's gonna flip next turn, so that seems fine. Hopefully the update with the patch fixes the issue where it keeps getting rid of the stop. We're down to 12 here. The opponent's deck likely doesn't have any traditional reach in it, so I use my health total as a bit of a resource here, although I'm probably going to end up firing off the Deafening Clarion next turn. My favorite archetype, Bant underpowered cards with flash. Basically, a Mystic Snake's a playable Magic card. Thank you very much. Are they going to kill my treasure map on 2? It's like sad, but not the end of the world, because I'm going to Clarion this turn, which will keep to get the board cleaned up. It could have Lotleth Giant, that's true. That is a sweeper style effect that they do play on occasion. Dunk dunk. You have a 4-mana 2/2. And this is just such a great example of why, or what's the word searcher? This is such a great example of like the virtual card advantage thing I was talking about earlier. Like this Chupacabra is just like not a card against me. So I can't use the Crucible of Worlds this turn, but starting next turn, I'm gonna get to start using the Field of Ruin and replaying it every turn. You think it has enough card advantage to warrant Teferi? Why does Teferi need to be paired with card advantage? Teferi is card advantage, so like why does it need to be paired with other sources of card advantage? I don't understand. Like why that would be your conclusion. We run into the mirror match yet? I don't think so. We've played against this deck, but not in a mirror. Hey, Phenom, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting my stuff with that. Oh, yeah, you're super right. Field comes into play untapped. Yeah, Jet's correct. That the turn I played Crucible, I could have used Field and then played Crucible. I'd be up a land. Molder Hulk's pretty good against us. It, like, gets them their land back, and it puts another threat into play after we sweep them. Would have been behind a counter on treasure map. That's actually very true. Being behind a counter on treasure map is a big deal. I guess I need to field them off the memorial before I kill their thing, huh? I don't know. I have no idea, Fatal Roundhouse. I haven't played games with the deck. That's a first draft. We get to play games with things before we make strong decisions. I cannot predict the future. It's not one of my strong suits. I have many talents, but clairvoyance is not among them. Brutal. I guess Dawn of Hope's pretty good here. I get to field them off this, They're getting a swamp back. That's interesting. It's going well, Sarnak. Woof. That's brutal. Or it's just like have to hope to draw another sweeper again. Did I say brutal? I meant we're fine. Magic's a skill game. Death reigns from above. This deck gets to play all the best animations. It's great. I thought that was the haste one for a second. I was about to lose my mind. I was about to lose my mind. I thought that was Golgari Raiders. I was about to be real upset. I was like, oh wait, this one just gains them health. Deal, go. Actually, I should field them, right? No, I'm not going to field them because I can activate Dawn of Hope, block, and pay 2 right now to draw a card. The Arena is really well done. If you like Magic and you like video games, you will love Magic Arena. It plays smooth and looks good. There are still people that stream Standard on Magic Online. Whenever I see that, I'm always like, oh, you poor thing. Wow, they didn't put, I am genuinely kind of surprised. They didn't put, what's it called on top of their deck? A Memorial. I guess I have ways to kill Memorial, and I could shuffle their deck. Alright, I'm less surprised now. I'm gonna blow this Cleansing Nova up, this Treasure Up and Cleansing Nova here. Yeah, the old pot committed fallacy is definitely one I could see. I could definitely see being pot committed being a thing for folks. How recent is the Red Bull sponsorship? 1 week now. So, Tempo Storm is a professional esports organization that recently branched out into Magic the Gathering, and I was one of their pickups. Yeah, I mean, like, nobody's questioning, like, people playing Magic Online to play, like, Modern Legacy, right? Like, that's why we still play Magic Online on this stream, is because they're the only ways to play Magic and our Modern Legacy on the computer. It's kinda crazy that we're, what's it called? We're like 6 minutes into playing Magic Arena and like my viewer count's like jumped 50%. Yay video games. How's everyone doing tonight, by the way? Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're having a good Saturday wherever you're at. I guess it's Sunday in some parts of the world already, right? Nice, Putrick. what's it called? Monday, Thursday, and Friday are going to be all arena this coming week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm not doing any arena. I'm going to do some Magic Online to, like, work through my standard and modern queue before the new set releases. But then once the new set releases, we're going to play a ton of standard. There's so many awesome decks that people have submitted to build around. I think I just want to go ahead and Clarion here and keep my health total high. Start activating Compass next turn. It's annoying. Alright, so that's sweet. I get to do this and this. Don't count me for a modern viewer. Has someone submitted a red-green X or red-green Riot for the view around? I've got a Monsters deck list, which does contain some Riot cards in it. So I'm really hoping to draw an untapped land next turn, so that way I can play this Cleansing Nova and not take 7. That is not an untapped land, unfortunately. I think I just pass here. It's wonderful, chat. I'm gonna get a lot of cardio in from the stairs, though. Should we have activated Compass last turn since we couldn't play the Wilds yet? Yeah, maybe. I guess that's fair. If I activated Compass the previous turn instead of playing Crucible, I would have guaranteed hit Cleansing Nova. So I'm dead to another Golgari Raiders here, but like that's always the case pretty much. Is there ever a time you wouldn't want to give Clarion lifelink? I don't believe so. Pretty sure it's one of those you should probably just always do this type things. Can I ask what the reason for the move was, or is that too personal? Yeah, there were two primary reasons. The first is that Christy and I wanted to change school districts before Jake starts preschool in the fall, and the second is that we were at a point where the house we were in was older, and we either needed to dump a lot of money into renovations for it, or move into somewhere that was more current that didn't need as many things done. So we decided to look around. We weren't planning on buying anything as soon as we did, but we found a place that was just like in the school district that we wanted and like in our price range, so we ended up moving. Yeah, I had to play the untapped land, right? Oh no, because the turn I played the 6th land. Anyway, I think you're right that I could have held the tapped land in my hand, or the untapped land in my hand to hit, to have the, what's it called, on time. Yeah, pretty sure you're correct. So I didn't use the untapped land that turn. I thought I was going to use the mana, but the way things worked out, it didn't count for anything. Yeah, you're right. One of those autopilot things. The only people that know if best of 3 is going to be included in ranked at any point are the people who work on Magic Arena. They've not announced any public plans in one way or the other to confirm or deny that. This ranked season goes through the end of January, so I imagine we'll get news on whether or not what the next ranked season is going to include somewhere towards the end of the month. Yeah, there's a lot of whiny mouth-breathing children out there who like to post things that like I don't take criticism, and it's not that I don't take criticism, it's just that I expect criticism to be constructive and specific, which is what most criticism on the internet does not consist of. Most criticism on the internet is folks like beating on their chests and like screaming that they're right and not trying to help you understand why. Beating on my chest and screaming my emotions feel good. That definitely does. Did I just Field of Rune them here? I already played my land for the turn. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and treasure. Man, nah, actually, I'm just gonna pass the turn here. I'm gonna Thaumatic Compass plus Revitalize, I think. A Talkie Man box is being beat again. Yep. You can find the deck list on your stream via the Stream Decker widget. Alternatively, you could type !deck in chat and get a direct link to the deck list. I always try to make sure information is accessible on here so you can answer questions like, what's the deck playing for yourself? Grab another land. It's unfortunate they have Midnight Reaper, getting kind of punished for not 1-for-1ing this Glowspore Shaman. I have to let them draw 2 cards here, which feels a little bad. Anything I'm particularly hyped for in the new set? Yeah, bad cards that have flash on them. Shouldn't you search before Revitalize? Yeah, probably. It's pretty minuscule and doesn't really matter. If I want to draw a spell, I should Revitalize second. I have a build-around submission for explicitly a Mardu Aristocrats, and then just a generic Aristocrats of any color combination. But I've not done any work on it yet. That was not one of the archetypes I got around to building today. Where'd the various pictures that I had on the wall in the old house go? They're actually still hanging up at the old house. We're like 95% moved. We're gonna get like the other 5% of stuff moved this week. We were gonna do some of it this weekend, but it's still snowing outside and not supposed to stop snowing until early in the morning. I think Angel of Grace will be the new Torrential Gearhulk in blue-white control. No, it doesn't guarantee generate card advantage. It's a sweet card, but I'm not sure if it's a control card or not. Hey, I'm the one that submitted the red-green monster list. I moved Big Dumb Dinos to the side in place of new Big Dumb Word. I just want to see how the card feels. Yeah, that's fine. In the future, you should make, when you submit deck lists, you should make them with an account that you can update, because then you can just keep updating the deck list at the existing URL, and it'll always be current. But yeah, making updates and like iterating on things is always welcome. Izoni, alright, we need another sweeper ASAP here. Scry during the upkeep again as well. Played 2 sweepers out of my 12. The MTG Goldfish deck editor has all the cards from the new set in it already. That's what I was using today. Bombardment. Okay. Well, that's not exactly what I'm looking for, but... I'm gonna play this, play Thaumatic Compass out. Thanks for all the great content. You opened me up to so many new memes. Noddinal Quick, thank you very much for the 7 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And Tonski, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. I do have both compasses flipped. I do have both compasses flipped. Or do you mean, why didn't I flip compasses before sweeping their 2 creatures? The reason why I swept their 2 creatures aggressively is that this was Thrashing Brontodon, and I didn't want Brontodon to be able to kill things like my treasure map. Yeah, if you check, it should be, if it's the same URL, it's already updated then. What's my plan for Wednesday? My plan for Wednesday is to stream Magic Online all day, because the new set doesn't release on Magic Arena until Thursday. So Monday, I'm doing Magic Arena all day, because I'm going to be on the front page again Monday morning. And then Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be all Magic Online all day, because Standard and Legacy are more interesting this closer to a new set being released. And like, I want to make sure I can play all Standard on Thursday and Friday. So that way, if I'm not doing Modern on those days, I want to make sure I still get through the queue. So I get 2 more looks at a sweeper here. I'm getting attacked for 5 next turn at least. Eldest Reborn, sure. That doesn't do anything. Rough. So we're through 20 cards here. So there's 10 sweepers and 40 cards right now. Landy. What's going on, Beetle? Thanks for the 15 months. Thanks for re-upping at the tier 3 level. I appreciate all the support you've given here over the last year and change. There isn't a rotation. Again, just to iterate, people that are new to Standard or Magic, Magic only rotates in the fall. I'm likely going to get through all of the deck lists I have for the current Standard format, but the ones I don't will just stay in the queue because they'll still be legal. I was invited to be a part of the streamers who are going to have early access to the new set, but I told them to give my invite to someone else because I have no desire to play Best of 1 Magic. And that's what the new thing will be offering. All right, well, we're not dead, but they have double Eldest Reborn in play, which is not great for us. What will rotate in the fall? The 4 oldest sets will rotate in the fall. They have their stupid hasty thing in here. They do, but I have double spires. So if I play this, I can keep my spires up still, which is good. Oh, damn it. Why did it tap? I missed that it wanted to tap my spires there. I could die now if they have another hasty thing. I thought it highlighted not spires, but I guess I saw incorrectly. My lands are tiny. They're just getting Izoni back anyways. That makes sense. I saw it highlight both memorials too. Okay, I'm not crazy then. Definitely the Jeff is crazy is a very realistic option. It's been a good time. Can you say my name? Of course, I can say your name, Mike. Thanks for the 7-month resub. Welcome back. Alright, so I get 2 looks at another sweeper here. The problem is I have to keep drawing sweepers, right? Because, like, the Izoni is going to come back again next turn, but I'm dead on board, so I need to clean these out. The new set comes to Arena on the 17th. Smash their Folly and get another colored source? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh, I should have checked. I think I have 1 more basic. I'm actually not sure how many basics I have. This also shuffles the land off the top of their deck they just put there with Glow Spore, so that's nice. Searching is not optional here. That's my last basic, so my next one is not going to get a thing. Alright, that's a Haphazard Bombardment. Alright. I mean, that's the Star of Extinction. I want to leave some white mana untapped here, so that way I can activate Dawn of Hope. You cannot bombardment enchantments, for people implying that I should bombardment an enchantment right now. That's not an option. Red cards don't do enchantments. So they get the Izoni back again here. That being said, I get to draw 3 cards next turn, and there's still... So we're through 4 sweepers at this point, but there's 8 sweepers and 35 cards here. So I have an okay chance to have this happen. I guess that's a good question, too. if I just make a bunch of tokens here, I have 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. I can make 3 tokens, block 3 things, and then maze 2 things. I'm technically exactly not dead if I just make tokens and block. That gives me does that even give me more draws though? It probably does. Admiral doling out 25 sub-gifts. Welcome to the Hoaglandia draft, everyone. Please grab your shovels at the door. Thank you for the absurd support. I appreciate that. If they have a removal spell here, I am dead. Feel free to just drop me a line on Discord what decks you'd like to add with those, Admiral. Sounds good. No, if they have even a single removal spell here, I think I'm dead. I make 3 tokens. Oh, I guess 3 tokens is exactly enough to live, huh? I didn't attack and trigger Dawn of Hope because I want to block. High Speed Run, thank you for the 9 months on the Twitch Prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here for 3/4 of a year. Jason Have, thank you for the brand new Prime support as well. And Captain Fireblight, thank you everyone, and especially Admiral Vortex. Welcome, folks. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine here. Make sure these get used. So I actually have enough to... do this and still maze 2 things. So blocks like that. And then maze this. Lifelink means I don't die. Well, they couldn't sack all of their things after blocks to prevent life gain. So, like, even if they could sack one of these to prevent life gain, like, I'd still be going to 3 here, which is still, like, alive. As much as it hurts me to decline all of these, I don't have mana to draw. That's another 1/1. What am I referring to when I say maze? That's a good question. So, magic jargon. So this Spires of Orazca harkens back to the Spires. You don't have a sword for some reason, Admiral. Let's fix that. The Spires of Orazca, however this card's pronounced, harkens back to an old card called Maze of Ith. So when I say maze this, that's what I'm referencing. So that's another compass. I'm gonna play this land out. So I get to maze 3 things and then make 2 tokens. I guess I can make 3 tokens and only maze 2 things. I could have shocked to make an extra token. Yeah, back when lands didn't need to make mana, correct? Is it better to draw cards? I don't know if I can survive. So, I could definitely make 2 tokens here. The problem is, I think so if I go block, and then I can triple maze 3 1/1s, I don't really want to block 1/1s. Because while I could trade there, my opponent could sacrifice in the draw, denying me the health gain. So I actually don't take any damage here, and I get to draw an extra card, because I'm going to gain 2 and take 2 after I use the Spires on 3 of their creatures. And I'll have 2 mana to, like, pay to draw towards another sweeper here. I think we've actually stabilized this game. I don't think this deck's getting new tools in the new set. And depending on how good black-white is going to be, this deck's definitely going to get worse because Mortify is very good against this deck. Yeah, I could have made another 1/1, but then I wouldn't get to draw an extra card here. And if I draw a sweeper, I'd probably win the game on the spot. No, I don't do set reviews. I think they're a waste of time. Rather than trying to predict the future, I'd rather just, like, spend time playing games of Magic. So that's what I do instead. Is there any reason to bombardment creatures here? That's a real question. It's like I could bombardment and dole out a bunch of counters, just like slowly mow their board down. Because like remember, these bombardments enable each other, so like if I play both of these out, they will kill 3 things this turn. Pretty good. They got Brontodon back. 24 cards left in their deck. Put a land back on top. Look at that. Did y'all hear that my opponent's board was going extinct? I thought that's what I heard. Woo! And then we're gonna kill 2 of their lands here. So they're gonna go down to 1 land here. If you haven't seen this deck before, and you really hate your opponents, this is definitely the deck for you. Alright. And for people who are wondering about the win condition is right here. Dawn of Hope. The win condition is Sodium and Sadness. Oh yeah, we get to memorial them and take away their last glimmer of hope. Never forget, chat, fun is zero-sum, which means if you're having all the fun, if your opponent's having none of it. So take those hopes and dreams away from them. Let them know who's boss. Are we done here, opponent? I think we're done here. The flawless victories really are the best victories. You think they concede when I replay the memorial from my discard pile here? Or do they actually make me kill them? Dawn of no hope, yep. Excellent. Excellent. Cast 30 green or blue spells. We're gonna play blue-black control after this, right? Yeah, so we'll hit that quest. Let's hop on into a next one here. After that fantastic showing. It felt good to play too, honestly. Just the old clean sweep. Hey, Draco Throughbrand. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime Support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Because my opponent missed their land drop on 3, I think it's correct to Deafening Clarion there. I think if my opponent would have hit their land drop, I probably would have waited. Because they were stumbling, killing their creature that makes mana is, like, potentially very good for us. Literally doubled Weens. And thanks everybody for dropping in tonight. Hope you're having a great evening wherever you're at. Thanks for dropping by my stream. If you're new, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I usually stream during the week, Monday to Friday, like 9 to 5. I do Magic Arena almost every day. Pretty much do all constructed Magic on this channel all the time. I'm gonna play another Compass here and just plan to, like, double activate Compasses next turn so we can curve out into Star of Extinction. Watch Jeff try to draft once. It was awful.
Every fight makes me stronger.
I've 3-0'd a Vintage Cube. Thank you very much. K, thanks. Hey, look, another Planeswalker to run into our Star of Extinction. We're gonna need to hit Star on curve here, though. Otherwise, this is going to ultimate, which is scary. Alright, so I grab this. I think I treasure map and get my scry on. I could revitalize as well. It's the same looks, the number of cards either way, right? But this gets counters on this. So I've got 2 shots to find an untapped land here to Star of Extinction.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
The stop on my upkeep actually doesn't matter here, because I'm not going to stop. I actually don't want it, because I can't scry and still cast Star of Extinction next turn. I need all 7 mana. So, I get a scry at their end of turn, but then I just need to hit the land naturally if I miss. Rough. Probably taking my treasure map. Or taking my Thaumatic Compass. That's brutal. Alright, untapped land, please. Untapped land, or that just doesn't matter anyways.
Be strong.
Alright, so we get to continue playing a game of Magic. God bless. Death reigns from above. Ew. I have two dead ones in my hand though, unfortunately. So we do have a 2-card hand at the moment. These harpooners are gonna get to have Riot soon. That sounds incredibly sweet. Well, there goes my treasure map. It's unfortunate.
Get that out of here.
How much is a build-around theme donation, for instance, Team or 1 encounters? Build-around donations for standard are a $25 donation for subs. So for a $25 tip, I will build a deck around a theme or themes of your choosing. It looks like they're a green-white mid-range deck. We're still in game 1 here, so we're not quite 100% sure what their deck is doing.
Come to me.
Looks more mid-rangey though than token-based. What's the difference between acting at the end of their step compared to the beginning of yours? Seems like you should always scry at the end of their turn. Well, if you're looking for a card to play on your turn, you want to scry during your upkeep. Because it might give you a better play. Do I want a Nova enchantments here? That's a good question, actually. I think you're right that that's actually the line. Yeah, that's a good catch. Thank you for that. I definitely wasn't thinking about the hidden mode on Nova. It's like, it's basically a draw two, right? It's like, get all these compasses going. And like, these effectively wrath their board, right?
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
Can I please request that whoever suggested the Cleansing Nova line be taken out back and flogged? Obviously it was the incorrect line because they have Shalai. No, let's not be results based, shall we? I think getting our compasses online was just like very correct. Seems super reasonable. We're just like a Nova or a Star away from being back in this game. And we have 3 of each of those in our deck. What's going on, Tongsgi? Don't King Shape Beam. They don't have a lot going on here. Like, we're at 8, but they're like only attacking for 3 next turn. I'm about to deck myself. They killed my first dot and I haven't found a second. Brutal. Alright, good news is I'm drawing 3. We're flooding a little bit, but I am getting to draw 3 cards a turn, so we've got that going for us. John Avon better watch out, because I'm over here practicing drawing lands. I'm coming for him. Yeah, Star is our answer to Vivian. So we need to draw a Star in the next 2 to 3 turns. Yeah, Allie's original build actually had 3 Dawn of Hopes in it. I actually cut one of them. That's true. That's true. We could gamble with that. But remember, Magic is nothing like gambling. That's what the lawyers told me to say. It's very important. Yeah, we're drawing a sweeper now, seems good. So I get what? I get 3 draws at a sweeper. I get a draw at their end of the turn. I get a draw for my turn. And then I can activate one of these arcs and still cast a sweeper. Hey, look at that, chat. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Do 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 do. Death reigns from above. Got him. I love playing 4 of this card. It's so good. It's so fantastic. Just never not 4 of that card. Oh, if I play this, I can't draw a card, so I'm gonna pass. I'd rather draw a card. The play was eat one of their basics with a star. It really doesn't matter. Excellent. Excellent. Sometimes you're secretly playing best of 1 with this deck. The super secret best of one. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone out there is having a great evening or morning or weekend wherever you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We basically play nothing but constructed Magic on this channel. We play a ton of best of 3 standard here on Magic Arena. We also play some modern and some legacy on Magic Online. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to their events in the Midwest, you can also find their streaming coverage at twitch.tv/NRG series there. Manny himself with the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. I appreciate it. Neo, it's actually what I was snacking on here a minute ago, provides wonderful candy-flavored protein bars. Using code HOAGLAND at bit.ly/HOAGLBAR, you can save 10% on your orders there with them. BCW Supplies provides card accessories. They do sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic stuff. And you can save 10% on your orders at BCW Supplies by using code Jeff10. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now, and I appreciate you choosing to drop in here at my content today. Remember, if you are enjoying the content, at the very least, hit the follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. If you want to see more of my stuff, for instance, more of this wonderful red-white land deck. We played this deck a bunch, and you can find all the replays on my YouTube channel as well as my website. Hey, Genesis, thanks for the $25 tip. I assume that's for a build-around deck. Teamer, +1/+1 counters. Definitely. Thanks for the support. Thrash Assassin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the Bezo bucks. I appreciate that. So why is it called the Midwest versus the Central United States? I don't actually have an answer to that. I guess the things that are included in what's considered the Midwest, from my understanding, includes things that technically aren't in the middle of the United States. Parts of what are actually in the direct middle of the United States are what's referred to as flyover country, because there's not much there and the planes go over it, I believe. A lot of great plains and stuff like that to the west of me. Yeah, the Midwest is like the East Center, right? Just got home from buying a car left by garage door opener in the old one, I assume. Yeah, I'm still streaming from a Linux system. Ubuntu 18.04 is my preferred Linux distribution. Never not Linux. That's not true. We have a Windows computer upstairs for Christy to do some stuff with, but use Linux whenever possible. When it was actually the Midwest. Interesting. Chicago is technically the middle of the country. Interesting. If you use wine staging, Magic Arena just boots right up with 0 issues. We win significantly more matches than we lose with this deck, Jim. Looks like we're playing against green-black, who just doesn't have any black mana. I've never messed around with Lutrius, but I believe that's just a wrapper for wine. This is a slow win, fast loss kind of deck. Definitely the case. I agree. The standard format is very deep and interesting. It's super brewer friendly. Get to activate my Compass here at end of turn. Get to untap and have them Clarion. Is this a tier deck? I don't know. It depends on what you mean by tier. So one of the things, especially if you come from other games that have Magic is different, is Magic doesn't have big objective data sources like you have with Hearthstone and a lot of other digital card games. Wizards of the Coast conceals a lot of Magic information that we could otherwise have. So it's hard to say this is objectively good or objectively bad, because our sample sizes are very small, even if we played a bunch on stream. I wonder if they have a trophy. They're mousing over my compass here. My hand doesn't do a whole lot right now, but I've got, like, Revitalize as a cantrip, and Fountain of Renewal technically draws another card. So I get to play the Arc out here, but I actually don't have enough permanents in play to ascend yet, which kind of sucks. This is a deck where you can't look your opponent in the eyes at the end of the match. You definitely can if you're a certain type of people. You gotta, it's very important that you, like, extend your hand across the table and say the words "good games" after you, like, blow up every permanent your opponent has in play. With Arena, I've played more Magic in the past 6 months than the past 20 years. It's really true, Jin. Do you think they'll support the new non-rotating format in paper? Yeah, I really do. I'd be very surprised if the new non-rotating format didn't become like a Pro Tour format. I would expect them to try and drop Modern being a Pro Tour format in favor of the new one. I don't know how well that will go over for them, but that's my expectation. I'm actually going to go ahead and activate this. Activating this means I take another hit from this, but it means I get another land out of my deck before the map flips over. Or the compass flips over. Thanks, Creeping Chill. I think for the sake of being... I don't think that's strictly true, Greeny T. I think, and like, obviously we can't know this, but my estimation and expectation is that once we have major, large cash tournaments like the MLP tournaments on Arena, I think the viewer numbers for those tournaments are going to be so much better than paper, that paper at WotC's highest level probably has a shelf life of 5 years or less. I think if the numbers on Arena are insane for paper events like they are for everything else, compared to paper events like they are compared to Magic Online, that you're going to see all of WotC's highest level events turn into Arena events. It's just way more accessible for people. Wouldn't mind drawing a sweeper. Yeah, Immortal Sun's not bad. Oh, you know what? I probably should have played an untapped land and left my Spires up so I could gain 3. I cracked the Fountain instead of casting Revitalize because I wanted to be resource efficient that turn. And I had 3 mana up, and using Revitalize only used 2 of it. You don't think they'll move away from paper entirely? I think their competitive stuff will eventually move away from paper entirely, but like paper Magic in terms of like existing is always going to exist. What you need to realize is that like casual paper Magic is like the most popular part of Magic. Like, for instance, for those that don't keep up on Magic news, one of Wizards of the Coast 32 MPL players was DQ'd from the Grand Prix for cheating today. Yikes. Yikes. That's a good start. I'm just gonna post the link in chat. I'm just gonna, rather than cause rampant speculation, I'm just gonna post the statement. That one. So what, we're big on actual verifiable facts on this stream, so there's a verifiable fact. Alright, so I can Spire something here and activate Arc. So even though my hand is really bad right now, I'm drawing 2 cards a turn. And I haven't cast a Cleansing Nova or a Deal 20 yet. So we have 8 of those and 34 cards here. The Revitalize tap 2 lands. For whatever reason, this is a bug on Magic Arena, it doesn't update the cost of cards in your hand when there's a cost modifier going on until you mouse over it. So if the modifier leaves, it stays the reduced cost visually until, hey look, didn't you hear the dinosaurs are going extinct, opponent? Shame. And this deck is so good even when it's flooding because of things like this, where like one of our cards is worth like their entire board, right? So like the quality of our cards is really incredibly high. I mean, like that was a fortunate time to draw, but like at the same time, there's only 32 cards left in my deck, so I was through almost half my deck without finding a 4-of. I don't actually know the answer to that offhand, Gregor. They recently changed the rules for competitive tournament Magic, introducing what's basically a takesy-backsies rule, which is also really stupid in my opinion, but that's how the rules are now. I'm gonna keep Bombardment, because I'm kind of at a point in my life here where I don't mind starting to attack their lands. So I can Bombardment, Spire something, and activate Arc this turn, which is great. It does mean I can't activate Treasure Map, but I'm okay with that. They have Assassin's Trophy. Okay, interesting. Does takesy-backsies need the opponent permission? It does not, which is why it's an awkward rule. So this still puts bombardment counters on these things, which is great because the next bombardment's going to get to kill lots of lands. So I think just drawing a card is better than scrying here, but that might not be the case because this, obviously, actually, I don't even need to play this now because I drew the compass, right? So because I drew the compass, I just get to flip this over and like have these unlocked. They have to extend another creature into my sweeper. From my understanding, Polar Scribe, and again, I'm not a judge, I've just read the rule. So long as no information has been gained, you can take back. There's no strict time limit or on how long the take back can exist between. It's more of what's happened to the game state, not like an actual time passing. The art for Haphazard Bombardment is a real-life Jeff dodging trolls on Twitter, basically. Alright, that's a Dawn of Hope. I think I'm actually just gonna pass for now, because I can activate the Arc this turn. I wanna find a Bombardment and kill their lands before I put my Dawn of Hope into play, ideally, I think. Sweet. Yeah, that's why it's hazy, D. Brian. And why I said I'm not a fan. One of the reasons why I'm not a fan. Alright, so because the other bombardment put counters on things, this bombardment is eventually going to kill every land my opponent has in play. So it's gonna be a slow ride here, but we're gonna take it easy. Oh no, they drew Assassin's Trophy. That's so sad. I did move. We moved over the weekend. Or Thursday, Friday. Vivian's a reason to keep Star. Yeah, I'm just like drawing a lot of cards though, so like I don't really care. So I'm spending a treasure to do this, but I might as well because it lets me draw right away. Yeah, if you want to link the article for the rules change I was talking about, that's more than welcome. Alright, so do I just play the Dawn of Hope now? Yeah, let's just win the game. As sad as it is to stop drawing cards, let's win the game. It's more of a policy change than a rule change. But you could maybe argue that those are the same things. But why? Do you realize, chat, that every time you win the game, you are telling your opponent, I am done drawing cards because I am reducing your health total to 0? It's a really sad endeavor. Two more bombardments and however many cards here. No, multiple instances of lifelinks do in fact not stack. Yeah, any deck that's soft to the meteor is like a really good matchup for this archetype. Hey, CTS Boss, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Because my opponent thinks they have a chance. I'm just going to make a bunch of tokens here and close this game out. As much as it hurts for me to decline drawing cards here. Alright, this bombardment could theoretically kill every land they have in play. The sound is satisfying, it really is. Just the old thunk, thunk, thunk. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a basic forest by the toe. Are we done here, or did you draw finality? Auto yield when? Auto yield always know when. You're lost because there's no compasses left. Alright, what do I want to get rid of here? Seal away is usually pretty bad against green black. Fight with fire is fine. I like to bring in at least one Banefire too. These are just like alternate win conditions should they kill all my Dawn of Hopes. You put in a Reliquary Tower as a substitute? That's great. We even need a Jeff Hoagland's Essential Albums. That'd be a wide range of covers, just like Foghat to Eminem. Based on that alone, I'd pay to hear the album. Yeah, there's definitely Paramore and Styx in there too. If you like my taste in music and Pandora works in your country, this is my Pandora radio station. That was a Jessup innovation, I believe. Or at least they were the first ones to do a little large tournament with it. Mad Hug Zero, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine. That hand needs too much white mana. This hand needs a second land, but if I find the second, Revitalize can cantrip me into the third. Finish 4-4 with your black-green lock list today. It was my first time playing against KCI, and God, was that miserable. It's more miserable in paper, because you feel like you can't just concede and move on. Pandora opened up to rise against. Yep. Yep. That's my gym music. Perfect. Knock on wood, I think I spent some time reconfiguring my OBS scenes the other day, and I think I fixed the frame rate drop from bits in chat. I haven't noticed it at all today. Well, we've been playing Arena. We should know for sure on Monday when we do Arena all day. The Thaumatic Compass is a great draw, because it means if I hit my third land, I'm going to hit every other land for the rest of the game. Thank you for the bits, Deadpool. And that didn't cause a frame rate drop, so I think we fixed it. There was a little bit of a drop, maybe the double bit animation. I can probably miss. I probably can't miss again. I think I could miss this one turn and maybe still be in this game, but if I miss again, we're probably gonna be in trouble. What's the record with this deck so far? I have no idea. What's going on, SRO? Land, please. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. That's all I really need, chat. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Never mind, we are dead. MTG Arena Pro doesn't run natively on Linux, or at least I haven't tried to get it to compile. I think Arena Pro is closed source actually, so I can't try and get it to compile. And like you said, I pretty much have a full collection, so I really don't gain any value from it. Our Twitch baby is almost here. Craigo, my ego, thank you for the 8-month resub and the very generous tier 3 at that. Welcome back, and thanks for keeping me employed here. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. I am taking submissions for new standard now since the full spoiler's up. Alternatively, you can bump something or submit modern as well. You have an updated list for Bant defenders? I have not yet, Admiral. That was, I started from the top down when I was building decks today, and I didn't get that far down. The J-Rock with the brand new Prime support, and Nidaland with the brand new Prime support as well. Thank you, folks. Hope you're having a great weekend wherever you're at. Thanks for keeping me employed with your Prime support this month. Alright, so treasure map changes my play here. I'm going to do this and put this into play tapped. I think I'm going to take tomorrow fully off from streaming, since I plan to stream like 8 to 10 hours every day this week, Monday to Friday. So I'm going to take tomorrow off and build the rest of those decks and write my article. I heard Admiral and immediately lost my train of thought. I think I keep Cleansing Nova. I think I want to put this Dawn of Hope into play, because while it's exposed to removal in play, it's exposed to Duress in my hand, so it's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, and I know the Duress is coming. What site do I post my decks on? You can find all of my decks for upcoming streams on my website here. Is UB Control the last league tonight? I think if we stay at like 1,200 plus people, I'll probably play one more. I didn't put more on the schedule because I wasn't. I never know what viewer numbers are going to be like on the weekend streams, because I don't normally stream on the weekend or in the evening. But if the numbers stay good, I'll probably stream a little extra. I don't have any lands in my bin, right? I have Evolving Wilds. Okay, so this is worth keeping because there's an Evolving Wilds in my bin. Do you know what my highest record is? My highest record was set last week, or this week technically still, during my my front page stint. So during the 2 hours we spent at the front page, I peaked at like 4,700 concurrent viewers. Outside of my front page stint without a host, I think my peak is like 2,200, and with a host it's about 3,000. Midnight Reaper is really annoying because it lets their stuff draw cards after they die. Yeah, I try to make a point to at least do some weekend streams. At least one per weekend. And I generally try to make it in the evenings, so that way people that can never watch during the day can catch me. AGDQ. Oh, you think? Yeah, that probably did impact my front page numbers, because AGDQ is definitely up on the front page. I think I need a sweeper this turn, right? So let's dig deep. And I think I actually... No, I do want to scry because I have... Oh, I'm out of scries. What am I saying? The chat actually wasn't bad during our front page stint last time. Alright, so I think I'm gonna activate Dawn of Hope and chump block this. Yeah, I think so too, Paints. And especially like any front page viewers that aren't going to be passive are people where my follower chat mode probably turns a lot of them off. Interesting. They chose to attack around Settle the Wreckage here, which is incredibly good for me. No, I don't really want to draw cards before they're taking a card out of my hand, because that defeats the purpose of drawing into a sweeper. Angel Havoc, thank you for the 12-month resub. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Well, they knew I had the Revitalize, which could have potentially found me a Settle. Alright, so I think I play Arc as an untapped land here, because I might need to make double blockers this turn. Hey, Lilibad, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. There's no exaggeration to say that when I start streaming myself, hopefully within a couple of years, my class and style of your moderation will be the base I build on. Thanks, Full Metal. Do I even want to double block the Reaper? Like, I'm kind of in a position where, like, if I find one of my 8 sweepers, I'm, like, gonna be really well off, right? When do we get the Red Bull fridge? I don't think I'm getting a fridge. I am getting some product, though. Should be coming in the mail here soon. Thanks for the great content. 8 hours a day next week sounds outstanding. I'm gonna do, I plan to do more than 8, plan to do more than 8 on Thursday and Friday, because we're gonna have new standard cards. Hey, and Decontest, thanks for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Does anyone in my house drink energy drinks? No, we do not. Matt and Michael drink them when they come over, though. We might be dead, chat. Can I kick that? Am I sure? I think I'm 1 short of kicking that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I only have 8 here. Land into Compass. I think this keeps me alive with the Dawn of Hope as well. And then I can untap and kick the Fight with Fire. So I might not be out of this yet. The fact that they've played around Settle the Wreckage this game has been just incredibly good for us. And you get to pay 2 and draw a card with this. Now, I don't even really drink soda, honestly. I drink, like, water and, like, iced tea. Sometimes I drink sweet tea. Usually I do unsweetened, though. Interesting that they picked Vraska up when they had this ready to go. Was this a good draw? How do we feel about this one? Oh, you know what? I could have killed this before I did this and let them draw 4 fewer cards. Well, I have Fight with Fire to kill the Vraska. So, their hand gas is back up here, but I'm now very far from dead on board and have a lot of time to draw cards. Also, Vraska doesn't really matter because I have the Immortal Sun, right? Hey, Black Knight, thanks for the 8-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Why not the Forest? Because I eventually want to take them off of double black, I think. We have a game here, as they say. It doesn't surprise me to see this. They might pick it. Yeah, just pick the Eldest Reborn back up here. They basically just have an endless loop.
Your corpse will make a nice souvenir. Want it gone? Consider it done.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter what color we're hitting here. We're pretty unlikely to kill everything our opponent has. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and keep them off their 6 lands here for now. So we're getting into range of just like double Fight with Firing them, or Banefire being lethal here. Extra Thaumatic Compass is great. Next set has me hyped. Can we make a good Naya deck? I also played the team open with Mardu Pyro and 5-1 personally, but the team sucked. Yeah, you win and lose together with team opens though. Nice, Punk Count, congrats. It's a very solid finish. There's one basic left in my deck, right? Yeah, let's go get it. Discard this Memorial to war, because I have Crucible out anyways. I want to make sure I kill this after the Eldest Reborn pops off so they can stop looping this. What's the best way to avoid burnout after day 2? Played team opens, we made day 2, but I burned out. Just practice, really. It's just a lot of Magic in a short period of time. So they ended spoilers when they ended them because they what's it called? Oh geez, they're killing their own fine broker here. It's a really good line. Oh, or not. They ended spoilers when they ended them because the loading ready run pre-release happened with the cards. So Friday there was a limited event where they had access to the new cards. Yep. So I have 2 mazes here, so when they only have 2 creatures in play, it's really not a big deal. The fact that my Immortal Sun is down kinda sucks. I haven't hit any bombardments in the top half of my deck, though. Oh, I had one earlier that they duressed, that's right. Any Grixis lists you like for best of 1? No, I don't really enjoy playing best of 1 Magic, so I don't. Awkward. That's just lethal over 2 turns, right? Upstairs. I mean, they need one more turn, right? Fight with Fire doesn't hit players unless it's kicked. People ask for timeouts because we have pretty strict channel rules here that I enforce by actually timing people out when they break them. And some people get really upset when they get timed out in Twitch chat. So the people asking for timeouts are making fun of the people who get really upset when they get timed out. Because believe it or not, there are much worse things in the world than getting timed out in Twitch chat. It's a meme on this channel. Yeah, they could duress this, but like, I have a Banefire still in my deck too that we could hit to finish burning them out. And who doesn't like something for free? The other part of it too is that like, when you get timed out on this channel, it means somebody cared. It means somebody read your message in my Twitch chat and was like, yes, I will give that person a timeout and I acknowledge they exist.
A life for a life.
Also, whenever we explain the timeout rituals here, chat just becomes a slaughter for the next 2 minutes. It's great. Just mono. Come on, please acknowledge I exist. Is this the part where I get a complimentary timeout? Of course it is, Chris. Thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. I wouldn't be surprised if my Twitch channel holds the record for the most subscriber timeouts of any channel on Twitch. It's gotta be close, right? If anybody comes close, they've gotta be. Yeah, typing exclamation point punt in chat does still time you out automatically. And that's why being a mod is fun on this channel. So my 1-year subscribers get a mod sword so they can swing it around and tag people who want timeouts. It's like, it makes the game interactive as a viewer. And that's the real appeal to Twitch, right? The real appeal to Twitch is that it's interactive. You get to type, I get to talk. It's a good time. Currently playing League with you in the background. I want to hear lands die even if I can't watch. Don't worry, we got you. All in on lands dying. This hand's really close to great, but unfortunately just needs a second land. This hand I'm going to keep on the draw with the scry, because we get extra shots at a land. If we hit our second land, the treasure map will hopefully scry us into a third. So I actually wanted to play this matchup to see how it feels post-Revitalize, but bunch of tap lands in the draw is not a good start here. When do I play Blue-Black Pirates again? All of the decks that I play on stream are decks that you can find in my deck queue here on my website. So you can always find out what the upcoming decks are going to be by checking that out there. Is it safe now? Can I come out? It was scary. So the Raj, I actually, someone else helped me debug it. Apparently, my microphone audio had been set to mono, and Twitch doesn't accordingly set some people's stuff to mono when I'm broadcasting my audio in mono by mistake. So I toggled my audio to what's it called? SROs with the $2 tip. Can we just time out all of chat at this point? That is unfortunately not an option. Just gotta work with what we have. Hey, Gina back. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think this is a History of Benalia matchup. It's definitely a seal away matchup. Maybe it's just all the Stars of Extinction out. I could see that. That seems fine. I don't think this is a Fight with Fire matchup. Maybe it is. Fight with Fire is just better than Bombardment. I could see that. Just become like red-white control. Timing out half the viewers at random every so often is probably a good idea. It would ensure that nobody who's unlucky could comment in my chat, because people who aren't lucky can't possibly give good advice. What do you think of the 1/3 defender that lets you sacrifice a creature? I'm not sure, Gabriel Paints. I haven't looked into updating the walls deck. So updating the walls deck is on my to-do list. Great. Please give me an untapped land. 2 shots. Tilt. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, that's probably the game. Little unfortunate that we stumbled and died twice here. I was really hoping to get a feel for how this match played out with the Revitalizes, but not a whole lot we can do if we just don't get to play Magic. If you're interested in seeing what a lot of the jank that I'm going to be playing on stream looks like when the new set comes out, I've been adding decks to my deck queue. So you can find a bunch of decks for when the next set releases on my website now. I watch every so often, it goes fuzzy, it's just your vids. Well, so sometimes I publish my videos before they're done fully processing. So if you pop into one of my videos right after I've hit publish some of the time, it's gonna be at 360p until it finishes processing. I should probably stop doing that. I should probably schedule them to publish rather than just hitting go right away. It's more clicks to schedule them though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I've got treasure maps that eventually turn into white mana. Well, thanks for watching, Chewy. Very sweet. I've got a pair of the ones that I really care about here. Honestly, we might see them take Bombardment. This card triple Stone Rains them, which if they're a control deck, that's real good. This card's about to get incidentally worse in the format, right? With Bedevil becoming legal, if that becomes a format staple, Treasure Map gets a little bit worse. Yeah, the Memekin deck with the light up the stage sounds really good. I didn't realize that that stage card lets you cast the cards through the end of your following turn. I thought it was just until end of turn, like a lot of those effects are. It's definitely a lot better than I initially thought. One white source, please. Yep. Take Daddy Nick. Those are usually non-land, aren't they? Sweet. They have a counterspell to back this Nicol Bolas up. We might be in a little bit of trouble here. That's fine, actually. Like, I don't really care about Nicol Bolas. I don't care a ton about him flipping because he still dies to Star of Extinction that way. So he'll get to draw them a couple of cards, but then he still dies down the line. And this is gonna flip pretty soon once these treasure maps flip over. What decks in the new queue I'm most looking forward to? The Bant Flash deck is the one I think I'm looking forward to the most. There's a lot of things in there that are really sweet, and I've enjoyed thinking about building a lot of the different things that I put together, but I'm a sucker for decks that play at instant speed at heart. So really looking forward to the Bant Flash deck for sure.
Who are you to call me mad?
Sarkhan is so angry all the time.
Madness? What madness?
You so cray-cray, Sarkhan. Alright, so I get to flip the Compass next turn guaranteed, which is good. Because this is land 6, this one's going to flip into land 7. I'm going to keep this. Because I probably want a backup of that. There's a good chance this Haphazard Bombardment eats a counterspell here, so I think I'm going to play that out, because, like, remember, my deck doesn't have discard or counterspells of its own, so the only way we get through counterspells is just play into them. Play through them. Play through the pain. I would like to target your 4 blue sources of mana, thank you.
Show you unhinged.
I'm a disembodied voice. Ooh. Sorry. I'm back. How we doing? Was going through the spoilers and saw Frilled Mystic. First thing I thought, yeah, that's the Bant Flash deck I'm super looking forward to. Did you guys hear that Nicol Bolas might be going extinct? It's really a shame. Oh, I shouldn't have tapped this. Whatever. Or maybe I should have left. Yeah, maybe I should have left both treasure maps up. Yeah, Grixis Dragons is one of the many decks in Magic that's much better with a sideboard. Interactive decks tend to be much better with sideboards. You usually take out your bad cards and put in more relevant ones.
We begin. Yes. Perfect.
How do I feel about the new Domri? You can actually read my thoughts on the new Domri in detail in my article on Cool Stuffing from this last week. Wrote about that one in there. Why did I get a timeout after asking for a timeout, asking the hard-hitting questions?
Don't stop now.
You're dead, Sarkin. I have to stop. Stopping is the only option. Alright, well, Bombardment's gonna kill another one of their lands here. This is the best part about this deck, where, like, the game is over, but the game's not gonna end for a lot of turns now. Yeah, everybody knows I've read the Magic Arena Reddit subforum. Blue mana is the enemy of all things fun, and we should all hate blue mana all the time. Don't you know? Any cards you like to build around that you haven't had a donation for yet? I don't think so. I think we've covered them. I think all the ones I was really looking forward to have been covered at this point. Name that article, Ravnik. It is part 1, but I don't think I'm writing a part 2. I definitely didn't put part 1 in my title, and my editor put it there. I wonder if they realize they're gonna lose 2 lands this turn. I've been playing this deck in Mythic rank, and there isn't a chat, but when I win, I like to think that my opponents are mad. They probably are. Excited for Pirate Frenzy? I actually cut all the frenzies from the Pirate deck, but I might have, so the actual answer to this is, maybe I shouldn't tell you that I abuse the system sometimes. I might have put decks that I just wanted to play in the donation queue without people sending me money for them. I know the whole system goes to crap if I put decks in there that I want to play for fun, but don't hate me. Please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Voter fraud. I'd be surprised if you did. I honestly don't do it that often. Although, okay, so what I definitely do, something that I do often is that I'll look at the deck queue and I'll like look at the list of decks that are all at the top and I'll be like, man, I'm gonna be super salty if these are the decks we play today. So I'll like take a good deck and like move it up. So like I'll play like 2 bad decks and then like a good deck and then like a 4th bad deck. Just like, cause I'm human, I have feelings, chat. I can't just get mono stuffed in a box and beaten up for like 6 hours. I'll just be just a solid brick of sodium. Well, that wasn't the 3rd land I wanted for Christmas, so. I too remember meme Mondays. I think we're dead, chat. This is the worst land drop because like it's the land drop where you're like, well, I probably can't win this game, but drawing this land here means I have to try. Who's submitting good decks? That's the best part about Standard, is so many sweet decks in Standard are also good. It's not just me getting beat up. And I get to play video games. Video games are also a plus. How are the kiddos liking the new house? They're enjoying it. There's a lot of the upstairs, so this, at the old house, my office basically occupied what would be our family room. So like the family room didn't have any furniture in it. So like the living room furniture that we had at the old house went in the basement here. So we just have like an empty room. Hush money for Jeff's voter fraud. God bless Mars. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate the support. Thanks, Geodude. Thanks for hanging out here. Video games are fun. I hate fun so much. We're losing this race currently, right? Grassroots effort to uncover the voter fraud. Listen, chat, there was no collusion. Everything we did was completely legal, okay? There was no collusion. I'll tweet about it. Everybody knows if you tweet about collusion, there can't possibly have been any. Very cool, very legal. What's going on, boyo? Thanks for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people you could ship your Twitch Prime to this month. Thanks for choosing mine. It's funny because it's sad. Ain't that the truth? What card did you see in the new set helping out Bantfog? I actually put an updated version of Bantfog into the queue today. Or in the queue. The new 2-mana Explore, the blue-green, you can play an extra land card, is gonna be potentially good. And what's it called? That other card? That's very specific, that other card. The Angel might actually be good. Listen, I Google searched it and I can, oh my gosh. Well, we almost recovered from the stumble there. No, Hoaglandia is a great and powerful nation. It doesn't experience shutdowns. We've got our shit together. I knew I was about to swear as it was coming out of my mouth, but it was already rolling off the tongue, and I couldn't stop. Long-time viewer on YouTube, thinking about trying to stream myself to. Sweet! Streaming's a lot of fun. Would highly recommend if you like video games to give it a try. For the swear jar. And for the record, because like whenever I mention that I try not to swear, people are like, oh, I'm cool with it. I personally don't have a problem with vulgarity, but I know if I swear regularly, it makes my content inaccessible to people who want to watch it while they have kids around. So, My effort to not swear isn't because I think poorly of people who do. It's because my content is more consumable by more people if I don't do it. I think I just get Compass down here and hit all my land drops. Ain't swearing because capitalism. Yep, basically. I'm very much a fan of, you know, if you can make a change that adds value to other people's lives that doesn't really impact you, then probably make the effort to make the change. And, like, I definitely think swearing is one of those things, right? My 6-month-old heard Jeff swear and I never allowed him near my computer again. Your 6-month-old's not going to hold on to the swear word, I promise. My 3-year-old, however, Christy accidentally swore in front of Declan the other day and he just parroted it right back and I was like, oh god, we are so getting a call from the school. Have I ever, I'm trying to think if I've ever won a game after my opponent hit me with a Thief of Sanity. I'm not sure that I have. Man, the cleansing novas that are in my deck are really good against me. I did just apologize for the man of the See, I need to make sure I avoid that. So I think I actually don't scry during my upkeep here, because if I draw a Cleansing Nova, I want to be able to cast it. I want to get Dawn of Hope down, but I also want to, like, do both of these. I think I'm supposed to just do both of these. Was there argument for scrying for Thief to possibly protect a thing? No, I don't think so, Giant Judge. Because, like, they still get more chances. I'm just, like, denying them one random card and replacing it with a different random card. And I'd much rather try and scry to an answer. That's true, too. They could have picked up a Nova. There's definitely 4 Novas in my deck. Actually, I guess... Do I just play Compass now? Let's do this and see what happens. So my compasses are flipping at this point. So the Thief is, like, turned off. So... if I was in paper, I could actually, like, go through my deck and figure out what they took here, but it's gonna take too long. I like playing the mental game of what mode of Magic is Jeff playing based on viewer count. What's going on, Stoka? Let's get Sultai Merfolk back at the bottom of the queue for new standard. I have a feeling I'm gonna want to see that again. Definitely Gengar. I'm happy to add that one back in. I could, but it's going to be real clunky and awkward. I guess it's not any more or less clunky than paper. I don't know, my spatial reasoning feels a little bit more cluttered when playing online. Real easy spires here. Skyrim is sweet. Full Metal, did you see that they just pushed the Skyrim together into Skyrim together just pushed into closed beta? super exciting. I think this getting a negate out of their hand is a win for me. I think I consider that a win. Thoughts on Unmoored Ego for Carnage Tyrant? What's Skyrim Together? Skyrim Together is a modding group that is making Skyrim multiplayer. Happy that Arena is finally, extension finally working for people. Now I know what your cards do. Thank you, Kuzlo, for the biddies. I appreciate it. Easy mountain discard here because I have Crucible in my hand. I think Grixis Pirates will be playable with Blood Crypt. Potentially, Grixis Pirates could potentially be very good. I'm super excited to try Red-Black Pirates, though. Red-Black Pirates is going to be awesome. It felt really close to good before. And I think the Blood Crypt's going to push it over the top. Well, there's a Bombardment. Oh crap, I tapped my Spires. Awkward. That's fine, I just take 4 here. Woo, buddy! Look at that. Look at that draw 4. Sign me up. Why not Cleansing Nova? Because if I Cleansing Nova, not only do I have to burn treasures, but if they counter my Cleansing Nova, I then get hit by their Thief of Sanity. Like, yeah, taking 4 from the Nicol Bolas really isn't a big deal. Oh, crap. Their treasure map is flipping. Oh, crap. Their treasure map is flipping. I missed the treasure map was flipping. I 10 out of 10 should have double Nova'd. Yeah, I definitely missed that treasure map was the thing that was happening, so now they're gonna get to flip Nick. 2 of my Star of Extinctions are down already. That's unfortunate. Or they're doing that. Deal. Resolves. Alright, so they need 2 2-mana counters here. Chat, it's not the fact that Treasure Cove is drawing them cards why I'm in trouble. It was the fact that Treasure Cove gave them more mana that would make me in trouble. So if they have 2 2-mana counters here, I am dead. That is a good start for me. Why are people complaining about Niv? Niv's a perfectly reasonable Magic the Gathering card. And like we're actually ahead at the moment, so I'm not sure what we're complaining about. I played Kiki Core in a competitive REL event and it was awful. Yep, you're not wrong. I don't really care about their map land. I don't really care about the cards that they have. Oh, they're saying playing Niv was a mistake. Yeah, I agree. They probably should have flipped Nicol Bolas. I agree with that assessment. If they didn't have if they had a counter spell there, I don't mind jamming Niv, but with no counter in hand, I think playing the Niv was probably wrong. I agree with your assessment. Sure. They could have dived down. That's a reasonable read, I think. Do we kill their land? What kind of question is that? Of course we kill their land. They might draw here and shoot this. I do not do set reviews. I'd rather just spend that time playing with cards. Set reviews. Set reviews are a pretty saturated market too. Do I want to pay for this? I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 mana. So I can pay for this Star of Extinction and Cleansing Nova, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. So I do want to draw here. I'm going to keep attacking their blue mana here. I don't want to fight with Fire the Niv because my opponent could have Dive Down. So this is killing a blue source and their Niv, and then Bombardment's going to kill a blue source at the end of turn. So they only have, they're like 2 mana off of playing another Niv. Would really like to draw another Bombardment here, because if I draw another Bombardment with their powers combined, we'll start killing 2 lands a turn, which is great. I agree. The way this deck grinds out control decks is incredibly satisfying. It's like, what if I reduce you to nothing? Oh, we could start memorialing them, that's true. I think I want to make a token this turn, though. Start buffering my health a little bit. I want to try and not get burned out. Alright, let's start with this. So, I think if you build Grixis Pirates, it's probably best to build it like red-black pirates that eventually plays the Pirate Lord at 4. Like, your blue is, like, just for the Pirate Lord. Like, you don't go full 4-color. I guess I could double Memorial this turn. Yeah, that was probably better. I didn't count and see that I could do that. Memes and dreams. Thanks for all the fun. Thanks for the 18 months, Ginger Cakes. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And I mean, like, the way in which this deck destroys lands does it in a way where people actually get to play Magic, right? Like, this doesn't, like, prevent them from playing in the early game. You get a chance to do stuff before this deck can blow your lands up, right? Like, this is a board control deck that eventually locks the game out with its land destruction spells. Yeah, exactly, Penza. This is going to be our last match with the red-white land destruction deck tonight, but I'm not going anywhere. We're going to play some blue-black control after this, and then if we stay above 1,000 folks, I might play one more after the blue-black control. I'm pretty sure I'm taking tomorrow off from streaming, so if I run late tonight, I can just sleep in the morning. Is this deck favored against Jeskai? I'm not sure offhand. Yeah, we are currently snowed in. Hopefully we shouldn't be tomorrow. I believe the snow is supposed to stop sometime this evening. Well, the kids don't sleep in, but Christy can get up with them tomorrow if I work late. She's usually okay with that. You having fun? I want to see the snow take us outside. Well, I can show you my window. My window with my escape hatch. There's snow in my escape hatch there. Do I like cold weather? I don't mind cold weather, but snow sucks. Snow makes traveling dangerous. Goes the weasel. Why only 2 Dawn of Hopes if that's usually your win con? Because most of the time people concede long before you actually need to kill them. And like, you don't usually want your win condition in this deck until you're actually ready to close the game. And win condition just kind of like gum things up and like don't actually help you stay alive. And post-board, you'll see like, post-board when people are going to board in more answers to your 2 Dawn of Hopes, you get to bring in History of Benalias and Fight with Fires and Banefires to have alternative ways to win other than the Dawn of Hope. Alright. That's gonna be it for... If you like this deck, I agree, it's sweet. We've played this deck almost every day this week, so you can find a ton of it on my YouTube channel and